It sounds like MMA referees are not following their own rules. Yeah, you heard that right. Herb Dean just came out on the Believe You Me podcast with Michael Bisping and Paul Felder and said some crazy stuff. You can read it here if you're watching, but we'll get into it. We'll play the video. Let him say it for himself, because this is absolutely insane considering what's been going on with the eye pokes recently, the Tom Aspinall Cyril Gane fight at UFC 321, the Waldo Cortez Acosta fight with Ante Delia not too long ago. This is insane. Why? Why is this even happening? I'll let him explain it for himself.
Well, that can be changed. That's going to affect that, because we have the sport with the gloves open where we have punching and grappling, so fingers have to be able to be out. But I think what we're going to do so far, what we're talking about is we've made rules. So we made a rule where it's a foul to extend the fingers towards the eyes. Right. So
Good.
that's the rule we've already had in place, right?
So Paul Felder, he's all the way behind it. It's a foul to extend the fingers. And then Herb drops the bomb. We've already had that in place. When was the last time, if ever, that you saw somebody get a point taken, or even a real solid warning where they stopped the fight because somebody had their fingers out? Now, I've remembered here and there where they've stopped the fight because a guy's fighting like this. But not full stoppage, just a quick little timeout to give him a reminder, to yell at him maybe, to give him a stern warning. A point being taken for this? Why not? In bare knuckle boxing, there's never any eye pokes because it's a foul to have your fingers out in any kind of way. You're telling me that the UFC and MMA has had this same rule and they're just not following it? You've got to be kidding me.
So that rule has been there, but we haven't been enforcing it. Doing
Like
that.
guys are still doing it, even though you hear Herb and the guys saying, guys, fingers up or make it fair. And people still they come out like this.
So we're going to move forward on that. We're actually going to, I think people would not have been used to seeing someone get a point taken, because most of the time when we take a point, it's more as a reactive to the damage and the unbalancing of the fight that's been done by a foul. And that's the only way we can think to balance it. But
what are you talking about, bro? You're telling me that you could have been enforcing this all along? You could have been taking points all along, except, well, people aren't used to that, so we're not going to do it. People won't like that, so we're not going to do it. Fighters aren't used to that, so we're not going to do it. If this doesn't tell you that this sport is still in its infancy and not a legitimate sport yet, here it freaking is for you. The referees literally aren't enforcing the rules because they're concerned that the fighters or the fans might be upset with points being taken. You know what points being taken means? Somebody's going to be down and out in the fight. They're going to have to crawl back and probably get a finish in the third round or later in the fight to get a win. That sounds like all action potential to me, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I just want mixed martial arts to be a real fight instead of somebody just riding on somebody's nuts. Anyway, we'll let Herb finish here real quick.
This right here is a dangerous foul. Somebody's going to keep doing a dangerous action. We should start taking points.
Well, duh. It's a dangerous action to point your fingers towards anybody. Just ask John Jones. I mean, he does it on purpose. Look at the UFC's website. We'll take you right through it. Unified Rules of Mixed Martial Arts. We scroll down here, overview, blah, blah, blah. Let's click on fouls. Let's see what the actual rules say. And you'll notice 2017 Fouls Unified Rules in MMA. 2017. 8 long years ago. Butting the head, eye gouging. Okay, eye gouging. Eye gouging by means of fingers, chin, elbow is illegal. Legal strikes or punches that contact the fighter's eye sockets are not eye gouging and shall be considered legal attacks. Okay, we keep going down the list. Don't say anything about eye pokes, here. Fingers outstretched towards an opponent's face or eyes. This is a rule. Oh, let's see. A foul even. This is considered a foul. Look at the name of the document. 2017, Fouls in the Unified Rules of MMA. Number 9. Fingers outstretched towards an opponent's face or eyes. In the standing position, a fighter that moves their arms towards their opponent with an open hand, fingers pointing at an opponent's face or eyes, will be a foul. Should we read that again? Should we read that one more time? A fighter that moves their arms toward their opponent with an open hand, fingers pointed at their opponent's face or eyes, will be a foul. Will be a foul. Referees are to prevent this dangerous behavior by communicating clearly to fighters. Fighters are directed to close their fists and point their fingers straight up in the air when reaching toward an opponent. If it's a foul, call it a foul. You get penalized for fouls. Whenever there's a yellow flag thrown in the NFL, there's a penalty. It doesn't just go away unless the referee accidentally dropped it, okay? It's a foul. Take a point. There are consequences to these things. Why are there no consequences to this? Again, we can pull up bare knuckle. Eye pokes do not happen in bare knuckle. Rarely, maybe occasionally, legal strikes. The only legal technique is a clenched fist punch, hand positioning. Fighters are only allowed to strike with a closed fist. Of course, this is bare knuckle, not MMA, but they literally have their hands completely exposed. What are we doing here? It's literally a foul to have your fingers extended towards them. Why is Jon Jones continuing to get away with this? Why are all these fighters continuing to get away with this? Herb Dean literally says that now we're going to start enforcing this. People aren't used to it. That's why we weren't doing it before. That's your reasoning? Are you kidding me? Look at all these problems that have arisen because of this. Look at how many guys have had significant eye damage caused. Look at all these fights that have fallen apart because of eye pokes, that have been canceled or removed because somebody got eye poked, right? I say canceled, removed, but you know what I'm saying. They call it off earlier. It's a no contest, DQ, or whatever. What the heck, man? This makes me so angry. I can't even get my words out. You understand what I'm saying? This is so stupid. Only because people might be upset, might not be used to this happening. It's a new rule. Nobody's going to be used to it. That's the point of having new rules that help protect these fighters, that help continue legitimizing this sport, because right now, this kind of shit makes MMA look like an absolute clown show. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. This is absolutely absurd to me in my mind. But again, like, share, comment, subscribe, do the whole thing. Let's keep this thing going. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.